just endorphins. Either way, I'll take them any way they take. A windy day anyway. Last time I did, I read my bank account all the way out for them. Does anyone wanna talk to me? Never mind, I never want to do anyway. Anyone wanna talk to me? Never mind, I never want to do anyway.
Hello, hello, hello. What is going on, everybody? I don't know why this stupid music thing isn't working. Sometimes it just does not want to accept that Spotify exists. Anyway, we got Gaypart in the chat. What is going on?
What's up, Gaypart?
We got a pretty decent stack this week. Well,
Big stack.
these don't count, but nothing crazy. But it's, you know, it's a decent stack. We also got a couple other things to show off, including some new previews. And I thought the Marvel preview was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty great preview this week, or this month rather. I don't know. I don't really care to go through the DC one.
There were some good Wonder Woman covers.
God, they're so small.
You're blind.
They're so small.
I can see them. Oh, maybe there was Poison Ivy. I just didn't see it.
New
Oh,
Poison
I know.
Ivy coming
You
up.
have to move my lap. Waffles is gonna want to sit behind me.
You're so tiny.
Come here, Waffle. He's so tiny. Oh, he went over to you.
Hey, boy. How you doing? Wonder Woman.
There it is.
Huh?
Come here, Waffle.
Oh. There's Wonder Woman.
Of course, it's not gonna show up well
Let
in
me get my magnifying glass. On what?
the camera.
So how else am I supposed to show them?
I don't know.
That's why it's too small, Chris. Alrighty. So here's your Wonder Woman, everybody.
The 1 in 50 is a foil of the A cover.
Yeah. Which they're doing foils of everything now. It feels like they're really going heavy in the foils. But then we got the new Marvel preview, which I am pretty excited for. So starting off here, we have Gods, which could be interesting. This is the new Hickman book. I don't really know what it's going to be about, but there is a little preview in here as well. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages, so you can
Read a little
read
bit.
up. I haven't read this yet. You can read up on Gods though, see if it seems interesting to you. Yeah, cool. Actually, got a Momoko cover there, and then who's the other one? I don't know how to say that word. What's up, Kenneth?
Hi, Kenneth.
Let's see. We got a new Captain Marvel. I'm gonna skip over some things. They're really going heavy in on Spider-Boy, so I don't know if that's.
I don't think I like his costume.
He looks too like. I don't know. He just looks very strange to me. Okay, so we have a new Sensational She-Hulk run.
This was the last issue of She-Hulk.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, so Sensational She-Hulk and
Hi,
White
Tito.
Widow. Hey, what's up, Tito? Which could be interesting titles in their own right, but check out these variants. So, Sensational She-Hulk. Let's see, where's the variants at? Well, you got the the main cover by Bartel, but then you're gonna have a Granov variant, a Virgin Granov variant, a Legacy or Legace or something. I don't know that one. But there's gonna be a Lyrics variant. As well as a Virgin Lyrics. There's going to be a Scotty Young. There's going to be a Wernick. There's going to be an Undolfo, which actually I can show you here in a second. And there's going to be a Ryan Gonzalez, and we're not done yet. There's also going to be a foil Adam Hughes. So many great names on there. There you can see the Undolfo cover.
There's going to be a blank cover for that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh man, I hope there's a blank cover. They didn't do one on this last run. There's only one blank She-Hulk cover, and it's really hard to get. So anyway, yeah, Sensational She-Hulk. I cannot wait to see the rest of those covers. Some absolutely top-tier artists going to be working on those. And then moving over to White Widow, which again could be interesting. So the main cover here is by David Marquez. But then there's going to be a Hidden Gem Adam Hughes. There's going to be another Lyrics. There's going to be a Virgin Lyrics. There's going to be an Art Germ. There's going to be a Virgin Art Germ. And then there's going to be somebody else they haven't announced yet. So, tons of awesome, great people there. Super excited for those.
Whenever these come out, it's going to be some good covers.
Now, talking about some great covers into what I think is just an absolutely dreadful cover. I hate this cover. I really, really don't like it.
His eyes look milky.
It's so strange and just weird, and I'm not a fan. Not a fan. And then we have Predator versus Wolverine. If you're not excited for this, I don't know. You don't like fun.
At first, I thought it was just going to be him versus Wolverine, but now we know it's going to be basically Weapon X versus Predator.
Yeah, and I hope there's like some deaths in here. You know, this doesn't have to be a canon thing. Oh, Xbox, what's going on, Xbox?
Hey, Xbox.
But anyway, you know, I'm hoping this thing's pretty brutal. I got a new Captain America, new Daredevil. We've seen those before. This is on issue 2 now. Still don't know what this classified book is yet.
Yeah. But great news, everyone!
Yes!
It's Jeff! The Jeff-verse!
It's Jeff is coming back. This is going to be another one-shot.
Let me see it real quick so I can tell him which one it's going to be.
Virgin Art Germ for Widow, probably one. I don't know. We'll see, you know. That's the only thing I don't like about Marvel preview books is, in comparison to DC, is... Oh, Jeff's in the chat. Anyway, the DC books will go ahead and tell you, granted, sometimes they change, but they will go ahead and tell you...
It's going to be the Marvel Unlimited, It's Jeff 13 through 24.
Okay. But anyway, the DC books will go ahead and tell you, like, this will be a 1 in 25 or 1 in 50 or whatever. Marvel doesn't do that. But anyway, more It's Jeff, so rejoice.
Honestly, we could stop there.
There is going to be 2 variant covers, one Zulo and one Loli. And then, main cover by Good Hero, obviously. And then we got some, there's going to be a new Marvel Zombies Black, White, and Blood. So, anybody that might be interested in some more Marvel Zombies. This one. So there is going to be a new Crypt of Shadows.
Do you remember anything from last year's Crypt of Shadows? It's the same thing.
Well, except for less interesting characters, I think.
Yeah.
And I really didn't like the last one. I loved all the characters that they chose, and I thought it was terrible. But more excitingly, let's see, Stephanie Phillips. I feel like I know that author.
And the Howling Commandos.
Yeah.
A little 4-parter. That should be fun.
So that should be fun. Oh, I guess this is probably coming out around October, right?
I suppose
a couple
so,
months
yeah.
from now. Yeah, so that makes sense. Let's see, there's a new...
Oh, that makes sense. Hallows Eve also coming out around the same time.
Hallows Eve is out now.
Coming out again.
I guess. There's a new spine-tingling Spider-Man.
That
Because
also makes sense to me. Because it's spine-tingling, it's like horror.
Yeah, always a bajillion new Spider-Man, something going on. Oh yeah, this was the Venom from this week is
Black Widow.
Black Widow Venomized thing, so I guess she's sticking around at least for a little bit. Yeah, up to 27 at least here.
Why are you licking Galactus?
Because he's a goober. Superior Spider-Man returns again. Another Spider-Man thing. Let's see. Just a bajillion more Spider-Man, Uncanny Spider-Man. There's an Iceman series. There's a Jean Grey series.
You going down already?
Uncanny Avengers. He's got a funny face.
He's got his eyes sewn shut.
Yeah, but he's just like, I don't know. He looks like he just smelled something stinky.
He's gonna sneeze.
Another Peach Momoko right there as well. And then who's that one? That is a.
Oh yeah, there's these
George
new
Perez.
Champions variants, which it'd be cool if it, is hinting at a new Champions team.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a lot of them just kind of splattered throughout the preview.
Yeah. It could just be covers, though. You never know with them.
Yeah. But I don't think there's a current Champions team, so it'd be
No.
nice.
Let's see. Got a couple facsimiles. I think that one's kind of a weird one because I mean that's not a very expensive book to get, but $129, is a decently expensive book. Got to catch all the Jeff covers. Sorry, Marco, but I'm gonna have a big ass list after getting that
Book this week.
book this week. Oh, after getting this book, yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, you have a bunch of books this week, by the way. You have a very large stack of books.
Win does
Moon Knight, always excited for that.
Yeah.
More Moon Knight. This is City of the Dead, but also Moon Knight versus Werewolf by Night. Oh, that's Marvel Tales.
Yeah.
So that'll just be some reprints of some Werewolf by Night and Moon Knight stuff. City of the Dead, I'm probably not going to read anymore. We got Avengers, which we'll also be touching on here in a little bit.
Yeah, no, that was really interesting.
Well, I mean, there's certain things, certain titles that still haven't come out yet, so it's like, maybe give some of them a shot. But as of now,
Just the way I like it. Oh, gonna have some bags and boards too.
Yeah. There's some Ghost Rider stuff. I really like this cover right here. I think it's a pretty rad cover. Let's see. Doctor Strange, always good.
Come here.
It's weird that they're doing a lot of like 2-issue things in this preview book. I've noticed.
Yeah.
Guardians has been absolutely
It's gonna have what
amazing.
looks like Hulkling and Wiccan for
It says Rip Guardians, huh? Okay. Fantastic Four is going to be fighting the Dinosaur Avengers.
which is great. I love that they all have like a little thing, like the Iron Man Brontosaurus in the background's wearing armor. Thor's got his helmet, Cap threw a shield. But then there's Black Widow Pterodactyl that looks like just a pterodactyl with the Black Widow symbol on it.
So I was checking out the Miss Marvel book coming, where she's mutant, but she's also somehow staying inhuman. MCU seemed like they were erasing Inhuman, but I wonder if they'll return in the Fantastic. I have no idea what they're doing with Miss Marvel in the show or the comics. I think it's very weird. They did it because they did it with Scarlet Witch and some other things where they kill off a character and then it's like next week they're alive. It's like y'all couldn't wait. I know they're coming back. But y'all couldn't wait a little bit, You couldn't wait a little bit of time. So I don't know. Anyway, continuing on. Pretty cool alien cover there. Some really exciting Star Wars stuff here. We got some Dark Droids, which I'm really hoping is good.
Yeah.
Because the covers are pretty freaking sweet. We have an excellent Chopper cover right here.
Yeah.
But then also this cover's pretty sweet too.
Excellent R2 cover.
And then we got...
Wow.
Let's see. Where are those? There we go. We love the Octara droids. They're pretty fun, and it's also a pretty sweet cover. But then you have up there is a pretty sweet cover, and then a Hondo cover there for the Clone Wars.
On the other side, I love Dirge. I love how big he
Yeah,
is.
I mean,
his
that's-
hand is as big as that man.
That's a great cover, but then we have our Captain Rex Clone Wars cover, which I'm super, super, super excited about. And what was the other one?
Some lady with a bunch of loaf cats.
And then we have our Darth Maul Clone Wars cover up here, which is pretty sweet. There's a new High Republic. Is this a one-shot? What is this? 40 pages. That's a big one. Maybe? I don't know. Shadows of Starlight. I don't know. We'll see. New High Republic something something. We got some Obi-Wan stuff.
It's really only that one cover right there in the middle is really good.
Yeah, that one's pretty sweet right there.
That's probably the only thing we'll get Kenobi covers for.
Yeah.
Same with Mandalorian, because we didn't pick up one this week because there wasn't really an amazing one.
Yeah.
But these are some good ones.
Yeah. Pretty sweet. Mando covers there with Ahsoka. I feel like I missed a Clone Wars variant.
I think you did too. We got Maul and Rex.
Oh, and Hondo.
Hondo.
Is that it? Rex,
I think so.
Hondo.
Look to the next one. Maybe that was it.
Okay. I don't know why I was thinking there's somebody else. I really like that chopper.
Yeah, me too.
Such a great cover. Anyway, yeah. Lots of cool things in here. Before we get into the books that we picked out this week, if you didn't watch today's video, I finally got the Ask the Community video together. It was very long, and part of it, most of it actually, I will say, is my stuff. And I tried to be quick with it, but then, like, I recorded everything, and then I chopped it up, and I sat down and editing, and I'm like, oh my god, I filmed a lot. What is going on, Phil? So,
Hello, Phil.
yeah, anyway, but congratulations to Gabe Hart for
Hart.
winning the participation and got some cool comics. But that means that there's now, you know, more comics missing out of the short box of goodies. So I got a couple more cool, and I got these and I really contemplated keeping these because they're pretty sweet. They're from one of my favorite comics. It's a pretty short little read, but really enjoyable. We have The Last Witch. This is number 1. This is a 1 per store. I think this was a thank you variant. But then we have another one per store that is the Momoko sketch.
Oh, yeah, my foot's asleep. I might have to ask you to.
And it's freaking sweet. Really, really like it. Again, Last Witch number 1. And these two are going to be going into the box. I really came close to keeping that one. I like this one a lot too, but I came really close to keeping that one. These are going into the short box of goodies. And without further ado, let's go ahead and start showing off the new comics from this week. So starting off with Ghost Rider number 16. We have a pretty cool cover here with 3 Ghost Rider skulls, but it's not just, sometimes, you know, like, you just have this kind of thing and it doesn't mean anything, but these are 3 different Ghost Riders, and there's 3 different Ghost Riders in this story.
Yeah.
Although all kind of briefly. Setting up a new villain, so nothing too crazy happens, but just kind of introducing a new villain that seems pretty interesting, pretty disturbing, as the rest of this series has been. And yeah, can't wait to find out more about that character. And then moving on, we have I Am Iron Man number 5. I don't know if this is the last one or not.
Me either.
I assume it's probably just a 5-parter, but again, this is probably the most like normal Iron Man so far of this series.
Yeah.
These books have been incredibly strange, and this one still is. Don't get me
This one
wrong.
was strange, but like in a way, if it was told in the chronological order, I feel like it'd be less strange. Because it's not.
Yeah. I mean, just individually, you know, this one I felt like was more more normal, more regular for an Iron Man reader. But again, pretty good read. Really enjoyed this series. Again, you can pick up any of them and just read any issue, and it doesn't really matter. They're all very unique and quite enjoyable. I really dug that series, and it was very refreshing after reading several Iron Man comics that are just kind of feel restricted. You know what I mean? I don't know. If you've read Iron Man, I think you know what I'm talking about. And it sucks because I love Iron Man, you know. And then moving on now, we have Avengers #3.
Also has Iron Man in it.
Also has Iron Man in it. Another great issue from Jed MacKay, introducing some pretty interesting villains in this issue. And man, Jed MacKay, every time, because Thor's only had like a few lines in this series so far, you know, because you're bouncing between all these different characters. Every time Jed MacKay writes for Thor, I'm like, I really wish Jed MacKay would just write a Thor series, because I love the way Jed MacKay writes Thor.
Yeah.
Everything Thor has said in this series has been absolutely badass, and I need more of it. The other characters are cool too, but I really, really like the way that he's been writing Thor. I'm definitely excited to see what's going to continue. Like I said, when you introduce interesting villains, it's like you know, Iron Man and Black Panther and Captain Marvel and, you know, whoever else. But introduce some new villains and things get interesting, I think, as long as the villains are interesting. Up next, we have She-Hulk #15. Chris said this is the last issue.
Yeah.
This is the A cover.
I've loved this series.
I do need to get caught up on this series.
So wholesome and fun.
Yeah. It's been, well, from what I was reading, it was definitely very different. I actually when I got behind, it was like right before the issue where they actually had some action. Where before that, there really wasn't much of any action at all, like pretty much none. And it was very slice of lifey, and
past that little bit of action mark, well, guess what? There's more slice of life.
More slice of life, yeah. And
there's
just
more.
Just a lot of good dialogue, and
even at the end when there's a little bit of fighting, there's still a lot of slice of life. Oh, that was a gassy baby. If you didn't hear that, you probably didn't. Waffle just let out a loud burp.
We also picked up this cover as well. I forgot the artist's name, but
Waffle?
it's a pretty sweet one.
You getting jealous, Oreo?
I like that one quite a bit. Really nice
I like
lighting on that one. Up next, we have another series I'm behind on, Invincible Iron Man #8. There's the A cover, which is pretty cool. Nice.
This has been a really interesting story.
Yeah, I need to get caught up on this.
It's a very unique Iron Man story, because I don't know what has led up to him losing the Stark Company and all that. But now a villain basically controls it all, and it's interesting to see Tony using so little resources.
Yeah. And here's another part of the connecting Hall of Armor variants. I don't know how many more, because like this is like the midpoint.
Marco didn't read one of them. I read the Joker. Yeah. I liked the Joker one.
I just didn't.
It made me want to read more, but then I read like not half, like a few pages of the Wonder Woman one, and I was like, oh, I need more context for that, and basically stopped.
I don't know. I didn't feel like getting into it.
It is a lot. We already read an okay amount, I'd say.
Yeah, I read so much and get so many books that it's really hard for me to pick up on something that's like, hey, here's 6 of these a week. I'm like, oh god, no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
6 of these, $4.99 each.
Yeah. And I don't know. I'm not a huge DC guy. I'm been getting more into DC lately, but I'm not ready to take that commitment of. And I know you don't have to read all of them, but then it's like, I don't know, which ones do I pick? And I don't know. I didn't read it. I did pick up like some Poison Ivy just for the covers, or I can't remember if I picked up 1 or 2, but that's it. And I think there's gonna be a second issue, and I'll pick up covers on that one, I'm sure. But up next we have Daredevil and Echo. I didn't get around to this one. Issue #3. See, like, I had too many books. I didn't read all my books tonight. I need 6 more Night Terrors on top of it. Did you read this one, Chris?
Yeah, this story's weird. I don't know if I like it.
Yeah, I was kind of getting that feeling on the first 2 issues where I'm like, I'm kind of digging it, maybe. Oh well. I read
It's
this.
definitely different.
We got What If Dark Gwen, which I gotta say, terrible title.
I missed the old days of when they would just tell you what the what if scenario is.
Well, this one is What If Peter died instead of Gwen. One thing I kind of liked about it, I felt was kind of neat, was it has like this really like classic style to it, and like the way, even the dialogue and everything is real classic, and so it does feel like you're right back there, in the original stories and everything. Which, by the way, probably my favorite cover, or contender for favorite cover of the week. I think it's an absolutely banger Rose Besh cover. Love that cover so much. But what was I saying? I didn't really like it. I think overall, not a fan. Wouldn't recommend. Thought it was kind of cheesy. There were parts of it I kind of liked and whatever, and I don't know, too predictable, and I don't know. Nothing super interesting happened other than this cover. I would 100% recommend picking up this cover. Probably one of my favorite Rose Besh that have come out in a while. And then up next, another book I didn't get around to reading. We have Silk number 3. This is the A cover. It doesn't look like an A cover, does it? But some cool pirate stuff going on. I don't know. I do want to check it out for sure. And then also picked up this cover as well, which is just sweet. Really, really like that one. And then up next we have Incredible Hulk number 2. I still haven't got around to reading issue number 1. I do want to read it though. I've heard it's pretty interesting. So yeah, in the stack to read. And then we have Amazing Spider-Man issue number 30. Had to pick up this awesome Black Cat variant with a bunch of kitties. Very fun. I do have pose a question though. So this cat right here, I just pointed at her right at her tits. This cat right here, okay? Is he about to pounce on the other cat? Is that his goal? Or is he doing that thing where like cats are like sitting still sometimes, and then they just freak out for no reason at all and leap into the air? Freaking out.
I'm in boat pouncing on the other cat. Marco is in boat just deciding to be on crack.
Yeah. I think it could go either way. Like, I'm not like...
Do a poll.
I'm not definite. Nobody ever votes in the polls.
Poll.
Alright. And then another cover by we got here. What was this book? This is Hellfire Gala.
Yeah.
This was just a sweet Dazzler cover.
And they don't make that many Dazzler covers.
No.
They need more.
Pretty sweet one, though. We got another cover by here. We have...
Despite her having her own series, I didn't really like the covers of her own series from forever ago.
I don't recall them.
Yeah? Because
We
they're not
have
that great?
Venom 23. Just a cool Doctor Doom cover. Can't go wrong with the Doom and the Throne. And that's it for the Marvel. On to the other Marvels. We have Star Wars Vader. Black, white, and blue. No. This is black, white, and red. Yeah. Number 4. This is the A cover.
I like this one. I was talking with Travis earlier. And it took me real quick. Because I like the striking white, of the Scout Troopers. And I love this, like, divider in the middle of the black and their guns, like, being part of that. And the red on the top of the... and how, like, Dark Vader is. It's a lot of...
I go back and forth between liking just the blank white clones and not.
Those are Scouts.
Whatever. Troops is what I meant. Like, I kind of wish they had shading and detail in them. But then I kind of like it. But then ultimately I think I would like it better if they were... Because, like, Vader isn't like that. So I don't know. It just looks weird to me. Because, like, I feel like, for example, like with Moon Knight, he'll be colored in that way, and it draws the attention to him. But I feel like you should be drawing your attention to Vader. And I feel like it's conflicting, if that makes sense. Again, I like it, but I feel like the Scouts are trying to be main characters right now. But
I feel like the Scouts being kind of plain takes the attention away from them. And
Oh no,
Vader
they're the
having-
first thing I see. Like, for sure. They're just like,
I would
bam,
say
look
they're
at
the
me.
first thing I see, but then my attention is immediately drawn to Vader.
I think they're demanding. Anyway, cover B is pretty sweet. Like that one as well, so we had to grab that. And then we have Predator number 5. Is this... This is done, right?
Yeah, that's the last one.
Yeah. They're probably
Did you read
going to
it?
do... Yeah. They're probably going to do another one
Yeah.
following up on this one. Because, weirdly enough, so the Alien series that Marvel have been doing, they've just been doing like 5 at a time. And then, like, have been different series. But the Predator series has been following, like, right after. Really, they don't need to restart at all. This should be issue 10 because the story just continued on. But anyway, we got the B cover. It's pretty freaking sweet. And the story is pretty cool. There was one thing I was like, I thought kind of weird. I don't want to get into a spoiler, but I thought, I don't know, I can't get into it.
Tell me later.
Yeah.
Mute real quick and tell me.
But overall, been enjoying this series, and I'll keep going on with it. I feel like overall, not too much happened in this series versus the last 5 issues. You know, like I feel like there was a big growth in the first 5 issues, and more or less nothing happened here, other than some cool stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on now.
There was a little bit of growth, but it was really only toward the end.
A little bit, but I mean, I guess that could lead to more things, but until we see that, it's hard to say. Moving on to DC books now. We got a foil, so I'll try my best here. This is a Poison Ivy Uncovered.
Poison Eevee.
Poison Eevee, the Pokemon.
Is there a poison type Eevee?
I don't know. Oh, there we go.
Hey.
There we go. I mean, it's all slanted, but you get to see it.
Hey.
I wonder if I can do it the other way. Nope.
It looks like gasoline.
Anyway, so super sweet cover. They didn't make a regular, because they've been doing a lot of foils lately, like I said, but they also usually make a regular cover of it as well, but this one they only made foil for whatever reason. But it is a really nice cover. And then I have Harley Quinn Night Terrors. Had to pick up this pretty awesome Frizzen cover. A lot of spunk in that one. That's it for DC. Didn't read any DCs, but picked up a couple covers. Then we have World Tree.
Poison Ivy wasn't a night there. We didn't read that one.
It's a covers book.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I mean, okay, there is a little bit of like every like 5 pages or something.
Yeah.
Ivy's like, blah 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 blah.
Hey, there's some covers over here.
Yeah. Anyway, World Tree number 4. Really been enjoying this series. Again, just another solid issue. Some pretty crazy things happen in this one. I feel like this is probably the best issue since the first issue, but the first issue is probably still the best issue. And then we have Purr Evil. I started to try to read this one, and I kind of wasn't digging it, so I stopped. Yeah, I didn't get to a part with a crazy cat with a bunch of eyes, but regardless, I wanted to pick up this one because it's a sweet Momoko cover. And I do think, I thought about this earlier, I think Purr Evil is a little extra funny, because obviously like it's a play on cat, you know, purr or whatever, but at the same time, it's like a really easy typo to make because R is next to E. So it's like, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of neat. Anyway, I don't know. Now granted, I'm also pretty tired, so I didn't give it like that strong of a shot, but I read like a few pages and I was just like, I don't feel like it. And then the last 2 books are another couple contenders for best covers of the week. We have this absolutely incredible Inyuk Lee. It's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 110, and this is a very, very cool Draken cover. That there is also, I think it's a 1 in 25 is a virgin variant of this. I may eventually try to hunt down, but man, what an absolutely sweet cover. Like, must have. Obviously must have. And then this one is a little bit more shocking because it's a book that maybe might be the second time. It might be the second time I've bought this book. and it's just a cover buy. Both times. I know at least one other occasion, but that might be it. This is Vampirella versus Superpowers. I don't know the number, but this is a Lyrics cover, and I just thought it was such a sweet cover. There was also a regular version, but this was the 1 in 25, I believe, Virgin variant, and I was just like, man, this is just too sweet to pass up. So I had to add it.
Stay up.
Oh, I don't know. She's a vampire from an alien vampire from a blood planet or something, Chris. She can do whatever she wants. How does her clothes stay on? That's a better question, Chris.
Clothes tape. Never heard of clothes tape before?
I haven't ever read a Vampirella book, but I'm pretty sure she's fighting and doing other things and whatever.
She applies really good tape.
Super glue.
Gorilla.
But anyway, yeah. Every now and then there's a book with a cover that you have no interest in, but the cover's just so banging that it's like, well, you got to.
Look how knocked out she is.
But that's it for tonight. Again, this Sunday, our channel Hangout community chill. What do we call it? Community Hangout.
We're gonna be hanging out on Sunday. You want to join us?
The community barbecue video. No, it's going to be our channel membership giveaway. It's going to be our channel membership giveaway. So stay tuned for that, definitely. And if you want to become a channel member before then, if you want a chance to get some books out of the short box of goodies. But other than that, I think that's all I got. Shorter stream tonight. Some other things I want to go around and do. So I appreciate everybody for hanging out. Lots of cool books, so make sure you get lots of cool books, lots of cool covers. Make sure you go get your books or have them held at your LCS, whether it's with us or wherever you are. And yeah, have a good comic book day.
Adidas.
Adidas?
Adidas. A Dorito.